FA Cup second round qualifier. I love the FA Cup. I've been at a macaron making course this morning. Oh my goodness, has he actually saved it or not? And I've got macaron in my teeth. That was a superb shot! Oh, that just ruined our little party we had going on. Thanks, Bradbrook. Oh, he's on a yellow card. Schumacher's on a yellow card. That is ridiculous to Schumacher. If he gets sent off, I'll be so annoyed with him. What is wrong with me? What am I becoming? I'm the worst football manager ever, and welcome back, friends, to another edition. Edition? It's like a magazine. Welcome back to another episode of the Sutton Scramble. We're into episode 33 now, my friends. You won't believe it, but I was in second place when you last saw me, and I've only gone to the top of the league. I don't understand what's going on. I wonder whether someone jumps onto my FM and fiddles around with something so that I then win at the moment, because I genuinely don't know what's happening, but I'm winning games. Let me show you. So since we last met, I had the 1-0 victory against Aldershot, as you saw there. My next game after that was against Basingstoke at home. Spencer Johnson scored twice for us, the right winger, and then we had an own goal as well on the 69th minute. Robbie Rice, one of my favourites when I used to manage Basingstoke before I started YouTube things. Robbie Rice scored an own goal, as well as them getting us sent off a red card on the 19th minute. So we won 3-0 in that game, which was very lovely stuff. I was very happy about that. Following that, we then had a draw with Bromley. Bromley being favourites to win the league. It was a very hard fought game for us. I think we deserved a draw, and I think a draw was a fair result, really. You see here that Dan Fitchett scored on the 8th minute. They then equalised on the 28th minute with this fella here, Moses Emmanuel, who seems a very good striker at this level. Anyway, we then went ahead, it'll come up in a minute, of about 54th minute, something like that, and they then equalised again. So you see here Dan Fitchett scored his second on the 54th minute, and then 10 minutes later they equalised. And you can see here in the shots, in terms of on target and things like that, we had loads more shots than them. We just couldn't get them on target, and we had more possession than them as well. So I think 2-2 is probably fair, which leaves the sort of title race pretty hot, because I think it will be between the two of us going for first place at the end of the season, as long as I keep playing the way I'm playing. Anyway, we then played against Welling, and we won 2-0 against Welling. Hamad Lawal scored on the 7th minute, his first goal of the season. Captain Lawal, and then Vil Malainen scored on the 73rd minute. That was after Unsiala got sent off on the 40th minute. One thing we're seeing a lot of right now is a lot of yellow cards. We had Stephen Schumacher before this game was suspended for a load of yellow cards. I think he got sent off on one game as well. You see here Declan Rice got a yellow card. Unsiala's getting booked a lot. We are getting a lot of yellow cards, and it's not too great. The game after that, Hampton and Richmond, we got another 3 yellow cards. You can see here we beat them 3-1, which was 4 yellow cards. Fenlon, Lawal, Spencer Johnson and Archie Davis all got yellow cards, which is crazy, because it's not like I asked them to go really hard in tackles or anything like that, but they are just a mean squad this season, it seems. So I've had a few players get suspended for the odd game here and there, which isn't great. And I think it was this game I got fined 500 quid because of so many players, my unruly players, delinquents. That's what they are. But yeah, here we go. So this was a great game. Won 3-1 here. Another own goal from them, which was our final goal. But we went 1-0 up through Kiyembe, 2-0 up through Stephen Schumacher, just after 11 minutes, And then 45th minute, just before half time, Dan Wooden scored for Hampton and Richmond. We then they had scored a third. I can see here they scored a third before half time, and then they got one back before half time, then 0-0 for the second half. It's been pretty good. We literally are undefeated this season in every competition, and we are about today to start the FA Cup second round qualifier, and our first game is against Dartford, who last season were relegated from this very division and are now find themselves in the regional leagues. So I am favourite to win, but nothing's ever easy in FM. Okay, so let me tell you the squad for today's game. Also, I'm beginning to find some of the players are getting tired, so I'm having to begin to start using the rotation, particularly in the centre backs and central midfield. They are just getting a bit tired quite easily, and so I'm having to rotate, which is fair enough at this league. Their fitness is never going to be as high. I am feeling a little bit loose in terms of my depth of squad in my right back and left back. I think that's the next kind of stage I'm going to go to in my kind of pursuit of new players. Talking of new players, there's one to tell you about. This fella here, Harry Grant, who's a left midfielder. He previously was playing for Hayes and Yeading, who in fact are like top of our league as well. I think they're in second place maybe. Yeah, they're second place at the moment, and Harry Grant was one of their key players. You can see here, this season and last season, and a few seasons really, he's been playing pretty much every game. This season as well was no different. He's been playing pretty much every game so far for Hayes, getting a sort of close to a 7-point average rating, 6.95 this season. And he just looked quite a nice little backup midfielder on the left, because I've got Arnold, and we have got this fella here, Corey Blackett-Taylor, who I'm still not undecided as to whether I'm going to put him up front or on one of the wings. But I thought it would be nice to have a little bit more depth. So we brought in Harry Grant for free from Hayes. I don't know why they let him go so easily, but they have. So he's sitting on the bench for us at the moment. But up front today, we've got Dan Fitchett and Karel Kiyembe. We've got Nathan Arnold and Spencer Johnson on the left and the right. Midfield, we've got George Marsh and Schumacher. At the back, we've got Hamad Lawal on the left, Jim Fenlon on the right. Declan Rice is in central back today, my lone player who hasn't played too often, but he's beginning to get better and better, and I'm enjoying him now, is the way he plays. And Emmanuel Mbende in the back as well. So the likes of Vila he is injured. Archie Davis is suspended. In fact, Unsiala is now fit. He was quite tired, so I took him off. But in fact, I'm going to swap him for Declan Rice. So he's playing instead of Declan Rice. Eddie Ketty on the bench. Archie Thomas on the bench. Corey Black-Taylor on the bench. Harry Grant. Wes Harding all on the bench today. But I can bring them on. And in fact, I've still got an extra 2 spaces. So Mitch Walker, our sub goalkeeper, we've now got a sub goalkeeper on the bench, and we've put Declan Rice on the bench as well. I've just heard on Twitter that somebody got royally ruined because they didn't have a goalkeeper on the bench. So I'm suddenly thinking a little bit itchy feet, as if that will happen to me, then I'll cry and I'll go home and it won't be very happy. So we've got a goalkeeper on the bench. It's as simple as that. Okay, today we are going for an attacking mentality, and we're going to be pushing forward. I've reduced the tempo to normal just because I think we probably just need to take it a little bit slower to preserve our energy a bit. But we're favourites here. We should win. This should be an easy win for us. I guess time will tell. Here we go. It's Dan Fitchett through to Karel Kiyembe, across to Spencer Johnson here now. Would he play out right? No, go wide. I thought he was going wide, but he played into Marsh, back to Schumacher, and across right to Fenlon. What's he going to do with it? Here's Mbende, pumps it forward to Schumacher again. George Marsh, Dan Fitchett, Lawal, come on Lawal. Oh, it's blocked there and it's gone off for a corner. I'm enjoying a little bit more depth to my squad than I've had in previous seasons. So the last season, I feel I had an alright starting 11, but my kind of backup squads just weren't strong enough. Whereas today, I'm watching this game and I'm thinking, yeah, some of these are backup players, but they're still strong, which I think could be part of my winning formula. There's a free tip there. Whether you're going to take tips from me, I'm not so sure. But here's Karel Kiyembe, Dan Fitchett, edge of the box. Oh, has a shot. Well saved there from the Dartford keeper. And Drummond's all on his own. No, he's not. He's got one defender back with Brad Brook, who's a good player, pumping forward. That shot was miles wide. Miles wide. Not a chance, boys. Come on, you're better than that. He's West through to Brad Brook. He's probably one of their better players. Best players, I mean. Not better, best. There's Kiyembe. It pumps it forward to Fitchett. What can Fitchett do with it here? I wonder if he can do anything. Get the cross in, sir. Go on, boy. There's a poor cross. Horlock has to touch it wide, but it's now a corner for us. Kiyembe with a corner. Pumps it in. Oh, I couldn't quite get his head on it a while. George Marsh picks the loose ball up. Back to Fenlon, who pumps it forward, and nothing comes of that. Oh, I've been at a macaron making course this morning, and I've got macaron in my teeth. Sad thing is, I'm not even joking. I've genuinely been at a baking course today. What is wrong with me? What am I becoming? It's all this winning. That's what this winning does. It sends me on things like baking courses. Here's Hamad Lawal, George Marsh with a cross. Johnson! Oh, doesn't quite get to it. Schumacher, can he get the ball back in? He's on a yellow card. Schumacher's on a yellow card. That is ridiculous. He is constantly being booked at the moment. Like, it's almost like every game he's being booked. It's so bad. Unsiala, Fenlon, Nathan Arnold. The difficulty is because he's not paid a weekly wage. I can't find him a week's wages. Oh, and Kiyembe! What a bullet of a shot! And 29 minutes in, wonderful goal from him. And we go 1-0 up on the 29th minute. That was a superb shot. Oh, that was a lovely shot. I didn't think he was going to shoot then. I thought they were going to pass it around for a bit more. But Arnold into the wall. Schumacher taps it into Kiembe. Holds the ball. One touch. And then just swivels it on his left and hits it in the bottom left corner. And the keeper just couldn't reach it. Couldn't reach it. A brilliant goal. Lovely stuff. And we're 1-0 up against Dartford now. And although we're not bossing this game, I would say we are... Are we dominating? Slightly, mildly. It's even. It's pretty even, I'd say. Here's Kiembe. Oh, has another shot, and Simpson gets hold of the loose ball and just pumps it clear. But Ahmad Lawal doesn't even bother trying to keep that in. Just like that. Let it go, mate. Let it go. Here's Noble with a free kick for Dartford. Pumped into the box there. We've got our heads on it. Good boys. Noble's picked up the loose ball there. Bradbrook. Oh, Killip holds on to that. Do you find on FM, where on 2D, it looks sometimes like the ball goes past the keeper and then he holds on to it? It's this sort of idea like, oh my goodness, has he actually saved it or not? It's fear. Fear grips you. FA Cup second round qualifier. I love the FA Cup. I think my expectations for this season are to get to the first round. I'd love to get to the third round though, just to play a big club. That's all I want to do. Play a big club, you know, get some money out of it. That'd be lovely. Here's Lawal, Nathan Arnold, George Marsh. Fitchett, can he keep it on? Yes, he does, but he gets challenged there, and Cook will clear that probably. No, pass it to Staunton, who then clears it to our player. Oh, and Bende. Oh dear, he should have had that, but now Dartford on the attack here, but Schumacher is challenging. He has got to be careful, hasn't he? You know what? I'm even going to go individual team talk to Schumacher, saying calm down to Schumacher. If he gets sent off, I'll be so annoyed with him. Here's Nathan Arnold on the attack here, bringing the ball forward. Well done, mate. Oh, Staunton challenges him and he clears it. Only to Marceau. Fitchett. Oh! Poor defending from Dartford. Poor. Putting it right back into the danger zone. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous play. You'd never catch me doing that. Okay, we're at half-time now. Encourage the players to go out and prove a point. They don't seem to be... Look, they've had 7 shots, which actually is quite a lot, but only 1 on target. Actually, yeah, maybe they would be quite dangerous then. We just want to hold them off here. We don't want them to score. It's as simple as that. There's Noble for Dartford. Pumps it forward to Drummond, and there's not many of our players back here. And Drummond has a shot. Killip saves that one. Easily held really by him, and we tied it up. Okay, so we've made 2 changes now. We've taken Spencer Johnson and Dan Fitchett off in place of Corey Blackett-Taylor on the right wing and Eddie Ketty up front. Corey Blackett-Taylor is now one of my highest rated players in the squad. So I'm really just trying to find his fit at the moment in terms of where he is best to play. All the stats suggest actually him on the right is best, but we'll see. Eddie Ketty with a shot. Oh, and it's gone wide. Eddie Ketty working best as bringing him on kind of halfway through the game at the moment. He tends to score goals that way. Meanwhile, have a throw, but it was poor. And Drummond on the halfway line for Dartford, and they've lost it. And Kiembe's through here. What's he going to do with it? Yes! Oh, defensive error from Dartford. And Kiembe is second of the game. And we are now 2-0 up. This is a great start to the FA Cup campaign. Oh, boys, come on, boys. Lovely stuff. And Ciala just pumps it forwards, and their defence all over the place. No structure to them. And Kiembe tucks it into the bottom right-hand corner there. Look at that fist in the air from Karel Kiembe. He's coming into his own this season. I'm not sure how many goals he scored. That's probably his 5th goal of the season. Something like that. Oh. Well, that just ruined our little party we had going on. Thanks, Bradbrook. What did I say? Bradbrook, one of their better players. One of their best players, actually, I said. Ooh. But look at that. Oh, that's poor, actually. That's a real poor showing, boys. Poor showing. You're going to have to concentrate now. Look at this again. We have 3 players on a yellow card. Again, this is so bad. Dartford putting a bit of pressure on this time. Here's Kiembe. He's on a hat-trick. What can he do with it? He skips it round the defender. Can he get a shot in? Tries to put it across to Eddie Ketty, but cut out by the defender, and Schumacher picks up the loose ball, and it's George Marsh spraying it wide to Blackett-Taylor. Taylor! Arnold! Yes! Come on, boy. Nathan Arnold. Second goal of the season for him. And yes, he's not the best of the shooters. He's not the best shooters. He's not a best shooter of the ball. But there's Blackett-Taylor with the cross there. And but he heads it in. So maybe his heading is better than his shooting, I imagine. But there he goes. Tucks it away. 3-1. That's got to secure it now, hasn't it? It's got to, surely. Okay, so we've now gone into counter. We've gone to a much lower tempo. We've got 12 minutes on the clock. We've just got to keep it out really now. Looks like they are putting a little bit of pressure on us now. Look, 12 shots. They haven't played badly at all, it has to be said, Dartford. Come on, boys. Clear. Let's get it out. Let's move out. Just want to take the moment to thank everybody who is naming some players for me to have a look at. I genuinely scout everybody that you name. Many of them are... I can't either come up as I can't afford them. Oh, Killip holds onto that nicely. One eye on the game. Come on, Ben. Yeah, many of them are either out of my price range. They just say, you can't afford this player. What are you, an idiot? Oh, meanwhile, Bradbrook nearly scores. And I'm chatting away here. And the other thing that sometimes happens is that they're just a little bit too beneath me. They're beneath me. They're a little bit lower than my league, and so they say it's not worth signing them. However, if any come up that I'm like, yes, I'm going for, I will let you know and thank you personally as to whoever suggests them. Here's Kiyembe, edge of the box. Can we make it 4 before the end of the game? Doesn't look... Arnold! Ketty! Oh, and it's a penalty! They've given away a penalty in the injury time of the match. And this looks like number 10. 10? Oh, that was bad. Oh! Kiyembe on his hat-trick misses the penalty. Oh dear. So much has happened in this last couple of minutes. This looks like this has got to be it now, isn't it? Surely, Marsh. Lawal with a wonderful cross. Couldn't get onto the end of it. Kiyembe just couldn't quite get to that one. And Bradbrook through to West, through to Noble. They'll try and clear it, but it's too late for Dartford now. Oh, look at this! And then Bende plays it through. Oh, I thought that was it. Go on, Marsh, shoot from there, son. Kiyembe. Oh, end of the game. What an end to that game. The last couple of minutes there, it was all over the place. I'm guessing Dartford just threw everything into it. But Kiyembe gets player of the match there. Lovely game. Well done, boys. So we progress to the next round of the FA Cup. The third round qualifier draw is in 2 days' time. So shall I skip ahead and see who we've got next? Let's go for it. So here we go, the third qualifying round draw. There's a whole bunch of teams in there. No, but none of them big boys yet, obviously. But let's see who we're going to play, shall we? One by one, we'll tick these through. Oh, well, I'm third out of the hat, and straight away I got Bognor Regis. Bognor, come on, Bognor. We're going to take you on, lads. And we're going to win. And so, simple as that. We're playing Bognor Regis. Bognor Regis, non-league side. Have they played any games this season? They played a few friendlies, lost a lot. They played Didcot in the last round, and they've got through 2-0 against them. So, obviously not a terrible side, because obviously they've won a game, but they are probably quite low down, let's be honest. And so that will bring today's game to an end, today's episode. Thanks for joining me today. If you're enjoying this content, then do hit the like button, do hit the subscribe button if you want to stay in touch with what's going on in this save. As well as that, I'm on Twitter at WorstFManager, and I'm occasionally streaming on Twitch at Worst Football Manager Ever. So do jump on all of those bandwagons. Not all at the same time. You can't be on more than one bandwagon at once, can you? So you choose what bandwagon, and we'll go from there. That's enough for me. Until next time, when I'll play a few more games and then we'll join us later on in the season. I'll see you later.